All right, we're here. We are here. That sound means that you have made it yet another week through the
Coronavirus.
That's right. It is Wednesday, which means it is youth group on
YouTube.
And we are here. It's good to be back. We had a great week last week. We are excited to be back with you again this week. Here's what I need you to do, all right? I need you to get on your phone. I need you to text somebody. Let them know. Let them know that we are out here and we want them to come and join us for tonight's crazy fun youth group on YouTube, where we take the things that I have and bring them to wherever you are. All right. Also, what I need you to do, a lot of you are doing it already, but go ahead and type your name into the comments. Audrey's here, Haley's here, Aaron's here, Dondra's here, Lucy's here, Ryan's here, a bunch of people out there. Type your name into the comments. Do me another favor too. Ooh, Sean's on. Do me another favor too. Type one of your biggest fears tonight. All right. Tonight we've got kind of a theme going. So what I want you to do is I want you to tell me what your biggest fear is. You don't have to worry about me using it against you because I can't leave my house. So no worries. Let us know your biggest fear. So you're texting somebody right now. You're letting them know that we are here. You're telling me who you are. Sophie's here. The cases are here. Man, it's good to see you all. And then let me know what your biggest fear. Just a reminder, we're here, Grayson and I, every week. 7 o'clock. And what?
Ellie.
Grayson wanted to introduce you to her friend, Ellie. Grayson, something happened to Ellie today. What happened to Ellie?
Her heart came off because I pulled it off.
She pulled her heart out. You heard that right. Sadly, Ellie no longer has a heart. That's unfortunate. But we do, which means we are here for you every Wednesday at 7 o'clock. Make sure you set a reminder in your phone, write it on your mirror, write it on your forehead, wherever you need to put it to remember this 1 hour a week. We are here. And who knows what's going to happen? This is 100% live, and we don't know what's going to go on. All right? I've already introduced her, but we have an awesome lineup for you tonight. Before we get into it, you guys know her. You love her. This is my co-host for Youth Group on YouTube. This is my daughter, Grayson. Grayson, anything you want to tell anybody tonight before we get started?
Ellie is a baby.
What?
Ellie is a baby.
Ellie is a baby. You got any funny jokes? Jokes tonight? You got any jokes? Anything? Knock joke? What do you got? Anytime.
What do you call a stick with peanut butter?
What do you call a stick with peanut butter?
Stick with peanut butter. Stick on peanut butter.
A stick on peanut butter. Very nice. All right. Well, that is just the start of Youth Group on YouTube tonight. We're talking about fear. And Grayson, I know you know what fear is. I know you guys know what fear is. All right. So that's kind of going to be our theme tonight. But one of the biggest fears for a lot of people is talking in front of people, right? Whether it's like in person or even on camera, right? It can be odd, strange. If you know me at all, you know that sometimes I say things and they just kind of come out of my mouth and I don't know that I said them, right? Kind of reminds me of this guy. I don't know if you guys remember this video or not, but check this guy out.
Yeah, we had a few odd man rushes there in the first period, which was not good for us, but everyone had their nerves going and everything like that, and then which we were glad to just keep them to one and everything like that. And then we went back after the period in the locker room, just talked about what we need to fix and everything like that, stick to the game plan, get back on it and everything like that. So just paid off, stick to the game plan, sipping up defense and everything like that.
Stick to the game plan, sipping up defense, and everything like that. One of my favorite clips of all time. That guy, please, interview him more. Whoever needs to do that in the media world, get that guy on the phone every day. I would listen to it. Grayson, we've been working on your reading, right?
Mm-hmm.
All week we've been homeschooling, which I'm sure many of you have. I am a terrible homeschool teacher. But you've been working on your reading a lot, right? Have you ever had to read a book in front of your class?
A book I read. A book I've righted.
A book you righted. What did you righted that book about?
Superheroes.
Superheroes. Was it your dad?
Yeah.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Nice. Now, did you have to read that book in front of your class?
Yes.
You did, and how did you do?
Good.
You did good. But sometimes you're reading in front of people, right? A big fear that people have. And what if you mispronounce a word? We've all been there, right? The English language is complicated. How do you pronounce words like anemone and Worcestershire or squirrel, right? It's very confusing, very complicated. But you know what? It happens to the best of us. All right, enough about that. You ready to play some games?
Yeah.
Are you guys ready to play some games? Again, I'm waiting for you to answer, and I'm not going to hear anything, but that's fine. We are going to play a new segment game today called Meme Review. All right, here's how Meme Review is going to work. Now, you guys remember last week, I told you that there's a number that you need to put into your phone. That number is 724-633-7695. Okay? So here's what you're going to do this week. We may have bitten off more than we can chew. I'm not really sure. We're going to find out. One of you is going to call in to our basement right here. We've got my phone. We've got a little speaker that's hooked up here, so hopefully you can hear it. And you are going to play Meme Review. All right? Now, the phone lines are not open yet, but they are open now. So right now, the first caller that I get will play Meme Review. The first caller that I get, this is a Google number that you're calling. It's going to ask you to say your name, and it is going to send you through right here to the studio, if you will. You have to call it. You have to call it. Oops, somebody's calling it right now. Let's see if this works. Hello. Hello. Hello.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail.
Are you there? Hello. Nobody's on the phone. Okay, try it again. Keep calling. We're going to figure this out one way or the other. I have no idea how. But somehow we're going to figure this out. Somebody call in right now. 724-633-7695. All right. Hello.
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 Accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2. Oops, your caller just hung up. Goodbye.
You guys are hanging up, and it's causing a problem. So we're going to give this one more shot. If this doesn't work, sorry. I really thought this would. One more shot. Somebody call in. Call in. Who we got? Who we got? I'm trying to answer, people. Somebody call. I'm going to call the last person that I got. Let's do this. Okay. Got it. Call. We'll see if this works. We'll see. I have no idea who I'm calling right now. Don't know who this is. Hello? Hello? Let's try this.
Call from Ethan.
Ethan!
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
Ethan, are you there? Ethan, are you there?
Uh,
This clearly is not working. I have no idea why. So yeah, interesting. Here's what I'm gonna do. This goes against everything that I believe in, but I'm gonna give you my actual number. All right. So, yep, that's not gonna work. Not gonna work. Okay. Ooh. Okay, so call me at 573-424-5668. 573-424-5668. Oh my goodness, things are going crazy. Stop calling unless you're calling my number. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Does this work? Hey!
Hello.
How are you?
Great.
Great. We have Haley is with us right here. Say hi to everybody. You saying hi?
Hello.
Okay. Haley, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to set you right here. You're going to look at my ceiling, okay? You good with that? All good? Okay. So,
Yep.
Haley, do we got you?
Yep.
Okay. Haley, you are going to play meme review. Do you know how this game works? I'm going to rate that meme on a scale of 1 to 10, okay?
Okay.
All right. So now 1 is it's terrible. 10 is it's the best meme I've ever seen. Got it?
Okay.
Now,
Got it.
that's too easy though. So what we've done is I've shown this same meme to Grayson, and she has also given it a rating. Okay?
Okay.
So your job is to get within 2 points over or under what Grayson got. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. Now, I'm showing the meme now. Might take a minute to come through on your end.
Okay.
Okay? Do you see it?
Yes. I can see it on the YouTube screen.
Okay, perfect. So, this meme says, when I decide to lay down for a few minutes and wake up at 4 a.m. fully closed with all the lights on. Has that ever happened to you? Have you thought you were going to just take a little nap and you decided, well, I'm just going to sleep for the rest of the day?
Yes, that's happened to me once.
That's happened to you one time. Okay, now, your job, rate this meme from 1 to 10, thinking, what did Grayson rate this meme as well? All right? What's your answer?
5.
You are rating it as a 5. You have to get within 2, which means you have to either have gotten somewhere between 3 and 7. All right, so pretty good ballpark. Grayson, do you remember what you rated this meme at?
2.
Grayson rated this meme at a 2. So unfortunately, you have not won this round of meme review. Hey, I'm so sorry, but thanks for calling in. We will talk to you next time, all right?
Okay, bye.
All right, bye. Okay, despite all of the difficulties, that is how you play meme review. We're gonna work that out for next week, okay? And we'll see what happens. All right, now we're gonna move on. You ready to move on?
Yeah.
We're going to move on since tonight we are talking about fear. And you guys know one of my biggest fears as of late is homeschooling. Homeschooling terrifies me. Yeah, I don't like it. It scares me. I'm literally molding the mind of this child sitting right next to me here, which is frightening. So we are now going to play. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Are you tired?
No.
We are now going to play. We are now going to play So You Think You Can Homeschool. Here is how this game works. Most of you are homeschooled right now, and we're going to see how smart some of you really are. Me, I'm going to use my daughter as an example to see how well I have taught her in these last homeschool days to see how much that she actually knows. All right? So, Grayson, are you ready to play?
Yeah.
So I'm going to ask you a question, and we're going to see if you get it right. Okay?
Okay.
Got it?
Yeah.
All right. Grayson,
What?
your first question is, what is an atom stable? Or when is an atom stable? When it has full outer orbit, when it has the same amount of electrons as it does protons, when it has no neutrons left, or when it has an odd number of valence electrons. If you think you know the answer, let her know. Give her some help. She has no idea. Grayson, people are saying B. We've got Matt. The Case Boys have said B. Sean is saying B. What do you think?
B.
You are saying B. Everybody is saying B. The correct answer is A, when it has full outer orbit. I'm so sorry. I have no idea what that means. But Ryan, Rawson, and Aaron Kaiser, you are the only ones that have got it right. Congratulations. All right, Grayson, you ready for your next question?
Yes.
All right, here's your next question. Who was the 28th president of the United States of America? Was it Calvin Coolidge, Woodrow Wilson, Herbert the Vacuum Hoover, or Theodore Roosevelt? Have you heard of any of those people before? Absolutely not. So, there's several answers coming in for B. There's one for D. What do you think? Coolidge, Wilson, Hoover, Roosevelt. A, B, C, or D? You are saying D, Theodore Roosevelt. The correct answer, please, is B, Woodrow Wilson. Halstead's got it right. Sean got it right. Audrey Boscia got it right. Looks like Emma, Case Boys, nicely done. You can't answer after the question has already been asked. That's called cheating. All right, Grayson, your next question. What is the largest city in Canada? Is it Vancouver, Calgary, Montreal, or the lovely Toronto?
Montreal.
You are saying Montreal, C. That's what you're saying. Are you going to lock that in as your final answer? Emma Booth says D. Are you going to stick with C? We've got a lot of D's coming in.
D.
You're going to change it to D. She's changed her answer to D, the lovely Toronto. The correct answer is D. You are correct in that one. Well done. You have got a point. You are on the board. Those of you at home, doing pretty well yourself. Me, I have no idea. Idaho is not the correct answer, Ryan. Thank you. Grayson, your next question. 1 cup equals how many ounces? 1 cup equals how many ounces? Grayson, for every morning, you have a cup of milk, right? Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So how many ounces of milk would you say that you have? 4 ounces, 8 ounces, 10 ounces, or 12 ounces? The cases are saying 16. That is not a choice, therefore incorrect. A lot of people are saying B, Grayson. What do you think?
C.
You're saying B. The correct answer is
B.
B. You have got 2 points on the board. 2 Tigers. Ryan is on a roll. Very nice. All right, Grayson, here we go. A couple more. The words the, an, and are known as what in English grammar? Adverbs, pronouns, clauses, or articles? Adverbs, pronouns, clauses, or articles? A, B, C. You are saying articles without any help. You are saying articles. The correct answer, articles. Well done. I have taught her well. Did I teach you that?
No.
Okay, they don't need to know that. Okay, next question. What is the capital of Finland? Is it Turku, Oulu, Helsinki, or Tampere?
Temporary.
You're saying Tampere. Final answer?
Yes.
She's saying final answer. The correct answer is C, Helsinki. Sorry. All right, next question. What is the primary function of leaves? Is it to provide shade and protection? To provide food for the insects? To gather as much light as possible? Or to get rid of excess water that enters through the roots?
A.
Now think about this for a second. You literally just watched a video the other day on leaves. I know, I was there. What was the function of the leaf? To provide shade, provide food, to gather light, or to get rid of water?
B.
But maybe it's C?
Maybe.
She's saying C, I think. Here we go. The correct answer is C. Very nice. It is to gather light. We have one more question for you, and I know that you are going to nail this question, and I know that Ryan is not going to get this question even remotely close to the correct answer. What is the complementary color of blue-green on the color wheel? Yellow-orange, blue-violet, red-orange, or yellow-green?
What am I doing?
What does that mean? I have no idea. What is the complementary color of blue-green? What's the complementary color of blue? Do you remember? You have 5 seconds. People are saying C, D, A. People are all over the place. Nobody knows their colors. Don't even rely on these people. They have no idea what's happening right now. They probably don't even own a crayon. What do you think? Just go with your guess. A, B, C, or D? C. B, blue, violet. Is that your final answer?
Yes.
Final answer, and the correct answer is C. It is red, orange. Grayson, I am so sorry you have failed this quiz, but that's okay because we're all winners, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, that is how you play. So you think you can homeschool. Some of you guys did pretty good. Yeah, I got 5 right. Very nice. Let's see how many you got right. Comment how many you got right. Lily, looks like you got 5 right. Very nice, very nice, very nice. Well done. Grayson, did you enjoy your segment on This Week of Youth Group on YouTube?
Yes.
Well, Grayson, do you have any parting words for the audience today? Would you like to say anything before you leave? If you could give them one piece of advice in the midst of the
Coronavirus! Coronavirus!
What would you say?
Are you staying healthy from the coronavirus?
Are you staying healthy from the coronavirus? Never forget that, folks. You can take that one to the bank. Grayson, it's been awesome having you this week. Wave goodbye. We will see you next week. You can go ahead, head on upstairs, see what everybody's doing, and we'll have you back on the show next week with Youth Group on YouTube. Everybody say goodbye to Grayson. Everybody saying bye. Saying bye. Peace out. Have a good day. Love you. You're awesome. Say goodbye to Ellie. Bye, Ellie. Hope you get a new heart sometime soon. Sorry that she ripped it out of your chest. That's really unfortunate. So, all right, guys. Hey, I'm super glad that you guys are here. This, honestly, in the midst of all of this pandemic stuff, is one of my favorite nights now of the week. I look forward to it. Look forward to just coming at you with all of this crazy, whatever we can think of in the midst of technical glitches. I need to figure out how phones work, apparently, because I have no idea. But this is a lot of fun. I hope you guys are enjoying it as well, and that it is something that hopefully you look forward to. On that note, here's what I would love for you to do, all right? Now is one of the best times to invite your friends to church. Why? Because all you're doing is saying, hey, my church meets at 7 o'clock on Wednesday nights on YouTube. You can sit in your room. You don't have to interact with anybody if you don't want to, but come and join us, right? So here's my challenge to you. This week, I want you to invite at least 3 people to youth group on YouTube next week. All right. It's, again, super simple. Doesn't require really anything but a text message and saying, hey, here's the link. Come join us, 7 o'clock youth group on YouTube. And you can watch this old guy make a fool of himself in his basement with his kid and a life-size giraffe, right? I mean, who doesn't want to watch that? So anyway, that's my challenge to you, Lily, but I only have 2 friends. Well, sorry. I mean, maybe you have a sibling. I know you have, bring your brother in. That's fine. Anyway, that's my challenge to you. I hope that this can just be a fun night for you guys in the midst of all the crazy, and you're like, oh, let's watch and see what kind of craziness DJ gets himself into. So, as we said earlier, we are talking about fear tonight. And so I want to ask you this question because I've been processing this question a lot. What are you afraid of? I asked that at the beginning if you jumped in early, but what are you afraid of? I don't know if you guys have ever seen the Harry Potter movies or not, but it's one of my favorites. We watch them all once a year, but one of my favorites in that is Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. And in there, and I'm sure those of you that are like, I'm not a Harry Potter nerd, and so I'm sure some of you are about to start commenting like, it's Azkaban or something crazy. But in that movie, there's a scene where Harry is in his Defense Against the Dark Arts class, and he gets to stand in front of this wardrobe that has a boggart in it. And again, please remember, I'm not a Harry Potter nerd, so if I'm mispronouncing things that apparently you know how to pronounce, sorry. But the boggart is this mythical creature that when it stands in front of you takes the shape or the form of whatever you are most afraid of, right? And so again, just weird. I have nothing to do but sit around for most of my life right now. And so I was thinking, hey, if there was a boggart in front of me, what would it turn into, right? And you guys know I have a lot of fears in my life, right? Germs, planes, tight spaces, large crowds, shots. Yeah, 30 years old, still afraid of needles. Don't like it at all. Heights, the list, snakes, spiders, the list could go on and on and on. My wife, though, has this, what I would say, irrational, ridiculous fear. I mean, the fear of heights is valid, right? Because I could fall off something that's high and die. I mean, that's fair. A snake could bite me and I could die. I could get germs and I could die. So those are all rational. She's afraid of weeds. Yeah. But not like dandelions. She's afraid of like the weeds that have like look like small trees. You know what I'm talking about? We were out doing some yard work this past weekend, and we have a little bit of a wooded area at the end of our backyard. And so I was just doing some maintenance and pulled up this giant weed that was probably like this long, and the root was about like that thick, and I just chased her around with it. So it was fun. But she has some fear, like, I don't even know what's going to happen, but somehow it's going to, like, consume her. And that would be the end of her. Death by dandelion or something crazy. For me, I do have some irrational fears. I've watched way too many movies. I fear getting thrown in prison. Like, one day I'm just going to wake up and, like, the cops are going to break down my door and throw me in prison. For something that I didn't do, right? That's a fear. Yeah. So what about for you? What are some of your fears? Aaron says plane. Oh, he's making fun of my fear. That's fine. But what are you afraid of? What are you afraid of right now? Like think with me just for a second. If I can try to be serious for a second. Because fear is a very real emotion, right? I mean, we joke about it. I oftentimes joke about it. But when it comes down to it, fear becomes extremely real and oftentimes very powerful for us. And it can cause us to do some pretty crazy things. I mean, again, just think of it in the context of what's going on in our world right now. Like, and I'm not saying that, yeah, there are things that we need to be concerned about in this world right now, but look at what fear is driving some people to do. Collect all of the toilet paper, right? Or whatever. Listen, if you're in your house right now and you're sitting on a throne of toilet paper, you need to repent and send me some. Okay, I'm just gonna throw that out there right now. Okay, but fear makes people do some pretty crazy things. I was thinking, I hope you had a great Easter. We just celebrated Easter, and I was thinking about the disciples kind of after Good Friday, but before Easter. Like, what would those days have been like for them? And it tells us, that most of them kind of went about and they scattered, and some of them even went back and just kind of went to their old lives and went fishing and all of that stuff. And I think, man, how afraid were they? I mean, we see in, the Good Friday story, we see what happens when Peter is afraid, right? He denies Jesus 3 times. Even we see what happens when Judas really is guilty, but he's also afraid, and it leads him to take his own life, right? So fear is extremely powerful. But here's what I want to focus on. Think about how your body feels when you're afraid of something. Your hands get all sweaty, right? Maybe your knees get shaking. Those of you that are afraid of public speaking, right? When you're up there, your voice gets all shaky and you don't know what you're saying. You get that feeling kind of in your stomach like you're going to barf. But fear it even does things to your body. Some people freeze in fear, other people run in fear. Some people try to cover up fear by joking about it and pretending that it's not there. But I think if we're real honest with ourselves, fear is often one of the main things that can control us, especially in an unprecedented time like we're in right now. How many times have you in the last few weeks just sat there and be like, man, I'm scared. Maybe not necessarily scared from a health standpoint, but I'm just scared, like, how long is this going to go on? What if this goes on forever? Scared about what's going to happen with your school. I mean, how many of you, if you're honest, are afraid that you're going to have to repeat whatever grade that you're in right now? If you're a senior watching, you're afraid of, well, what if I don't have a graduation? Right? So it's no surprise then when we look at it, the Bible has a ton to talk about fear. And one of my favorite passages that I was reading the other day comes from Isaiah's book in the Old Testament, but Isaiah 41 and verse 9 and 10, Isaiah says this. He says, "You whom I took from the ends of the earth and called from its farthest corners, saying, you are my servant, I have chosen you and not cast you off." I want you to listen to those words just for a second. You who I took from the ends of the earth, I've brought you in. I've called you from the farthest corner. I've chosen you. I haven't cast you off. Have you ever had a moment in your life where you feel like somebody just brushed you off? Right? Or like a group of people that you really wanted to be involved with just said, no, we don't really want anything to do with you, right? We've all been there probably at some point. But this passage in Isaiah is saying, no, think about how God is. That God has gone on a mission to find you at the furthest point of the earth. In the deepest darkness of your fear and your guilt and your shame, God has gone on a mission to find you and to bring you into Him, to bring you in to His family, to bring you in to an inheritance that is so great. Isaiah 41 continues verse 10 with these two words, fear not. Fear not. Why? Because God has brought you in. Fear not, for I am with you. You will not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you. I will help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. All right. For just a second, think about this. God is holding you in his righteous hand. Sit in that for just a second of what that means. And I know, like, for some of you, you're like, okay, whatever. But no, think about this for just a second. God is literally where you are right now, in the midst of this quarantine pandemic, in the midst of whatever fear you're dealing with right now. God is holding you in his hand. And he says, do not be afraid. Don't be dismayed. I am your God. I am going to give you strength. I'm going to hold you in my hand. I think the easiest way for us to think about that, right, is that if you remember times when you were young, or maybe even for some of you now, which is totally cool, but like if there was a big storm or if there was something that was going on, where was that safe place that you went to? For me, I remember it was always in my parents' room. If there was a storm in the middle of the night, I would sneak into my parents' room and I would just lay on the floor. And for whatever reason, for me, I knew that if I was there on the floor with my parents in the same room, that it felt like nothing could happen to me. Now, obviously, that's not true, right? Sure, things could still happen to me. But here's where God is different. That God holds us in his hand and nothing can happen to us. That he protects us and he strengthens us. And he reminds us, hey, don't fear because I am with you and I will strengthen you. And so here's my question. What are you afraid of? What are you, and I'm not talking anymore about snakes and spiders and germs. But what are the fears that are really controlling your life? And what does it look like for you now to confess to God that, hey, I trust you. I trust that you are giving me strength. I trust that I have protection because I am sitting in your righteous hand. Picture yourself facing your fear with that mindset in mind. Going back to my Harry Potter analogy, when Harry confronts the boggart, or when anybody in that scene confronts the boggart, the way that they overcome it is to think differently about it, right? If they make it, ridiculous, then laughter is what ultimately will push away the fear. And for us, the way that we confront our fear is thinking differently about it. Is this a message on, hey, don't be afraid? No. But it's what do you do when you experience fear? Do you let it control you, or do you shift the way that you think about it and remind yourself that, hey, God says, don't fear, because I am sitting in his righteous hand. And he loves me and is protecting me and is strengthening me. Isaiah chapter 41, 9 and 10. I would encourage you to memorize that this week. I think if you're looking for a way to dive into scripture a little more, take those two verses and just focus this week on Isaiah 41, 9 and 10. It's awesome. So good. Such a great reminder of who God is and what he has done for us. Hey, before we sign off tonight, I want to tell you about something that we're doing this Friday night. Okay. We are going to meet up on Zoom, as if some of you, I don't know about you. I'm on a Zoom. Like, I feel like my life is on a Zoom right now, but we are going to meet on Zoom on Friday, and, we are going to play Mafia. Okay. Now, if you don't know what Mafia is, this isn't like you're not going to die. Okay. This is just a game. So calm down. But Mafia is kind of this like, I don't even know how to describe it. You guys know what Mafia is, but we are going to meet on Zoom this Friday at 7 p.m. To play Mafia all together. All right. So be on the lookout on our Instagram page, on our Facebook page, at thesummitstl.info, and all the Zoom information will be put up there tomorrow for where you need to go, the meeting ID, all that stuff. But hopefully, again, just like Wednesday nights, I have no idea what's going to happen. It could be a complete train wreck. We have no idea. But that's going to happen this Friday, 7 o'clock. So make sure that you set your alarm for that and make plans to come join us. Make sure you come back next week for youth group on YouTube next Wednesday. I've already got stuff that that is going through the mind right now. Hey, I love you guys so much. I hope you know that. I care about you. I hope that you're doing okay. If you need, if you just want to chat, it doesn't have to be like, super deep or anything. I would love to hear from you. I'd love to talk with you. Message me and we can connect. That way I can give you my phone number. You can come stand in my front lawn from 6 feet away and we can talk back and forth. It's totally cool too. Not weird at all. All right. But until Friday, hope you guys have a great time. Love you. Miss you. Yeah. Have a great week.